Suit in Florida alleges that cellular phones can cause brain cancer. Now, as scary as this is, there's still no real hard evidence, and few people want to give up their handheld. Joe Eierman with Cellular Division joins us now to tell us more about what we should be looking for. Now, as you and I were discussing earlier, this is really not something new.
No, the idea that there may be some health concerns were met by the FCC close to 10 years ago, or a little more than 10 years ago, by classifying handheld telephones and car telephones. Handhelds were few and far between back then, and now the technology's made them small enough that you can literally put them in your breast pocket.
So a cellular phone is really not emitting anything different than a lot of other electronic devices, our computers, our televisions, anything else, right?
The term electromagnetic fields or RF fields, which is radio frequency, are present in a lot of places. That's why these phones were designed to not emit a large dose of that, because it would be prolonged use of it. Car phones, on the other hand, have the power transmitted outside of the car, which let them have a lot more capable of sending out the power. It doesn't come back towards you, it's directed away from you.
So the problem is these antennas, right?
Well, just the fact that
they're right next to your head.
Yes, that if the antenna was shielded and put 5 feet away from you, there'd be no concern to even have a study on.
Okay, so it's not the car phones, it's just these little handhelds.
It's just from where the power is being transmitted. That's the questionable part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
The studies, as far as anybody knows, are only on possibilities that this could be a health concern. So there's safeguards you can take now, meaning shorter usage of the phone or other precautions to not have a long exposure to that, even though it is a low dosage of this radiation.
Okay, now by low dosage, what do you mean? Is that a safe level? Or?
Well, it's a safe level according to the FCC. They've classified it as it's just over a half a watt of power, which in radio terms is very light, where the car phone power is close to 3 watts, which helps. That's what also makes your car phone sound a little better than your handheld.
Sure.
The system's designed now that handhelds are just as practical, but the transmitting power is still greatly reduced because of the concern of the issue of the health, and also for the concern of the battery times that it'll allow it to work at one time.
So if you can't reduce the amount of time you use your handheld, the solution sounds like to get a car kit and make this into a car phone.
Yeah, what that'll do is it'll make the handset that you're now carrying around basically become just like the handset of a telephone you'd have in your car or your house, and the rest of the transmitting powered antenna is away from you. That puts the antenna outside, the part where it transmits from in the trunk or under the seat of the car, so you're 8-9 feet away from this potential power that they're saying could have a problem with you, or an adverse effect on your health. Removing it from your area alleviates the problem either way.
So car kits are basically how much are we talking
range
about?
a few $100s. They're available for 90% of the phones, so there's not too many people that would look for this product and not be able to find it. We carry just about every model there is.
Now, as you said, you guys are receiving a lot of calls from people.
Inundated with calls, because no one is giving anybody a yes or no answer, which probably is justified in not doing. Everybody has a concern. We have, our lines are open to answer questions for them. They can help them out with all we can tell them. But there are the 2 alternatives of staying off the phone a little more, a little shorter phone call. If it's a safeguard and it helps keep your phone bill a little lower, it'll help you both ways.
Now, this is how you make your living. You sell these things, and you obviously don't want to see them go away.
Yes, that's a concern.
But do you think it's a legitimate scare?
It's legitimate that somebody's worried about it. It's legitimate that somebody is taking a concern. If they thought there was a problem with them, I want to know about it too. I work with these things all day long.
Right.
So I most definitely would like to have some concrete yes or no of what the actual effect is, but then it's very easy to safeguard against it either way.
What's, in your opinion, a safe amount of time that a person could spend on one of these?
There really wouldn't be a time frame, but if you cut it in half or cut it by 25%, you'd probably be a lot safer than you are right now if later down the road they actually find some real numbers that there is an effect on people, to their health.
Okay, well, no doubt studies are underway.
Yes.
Joe Eierman, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
A new anti-graffiti law takes effect in Garden Grove today. In fact, the city council